You want to start reselling sneakers? Well, you're in the right place. You've seen on these social medias people hitting 10, 20, 30, 50 or even 100 pairs online, and you want to get involved. You're sick of taking these L's, seeing others cooking, and you want to learn the proper way. In this video, we're going to give you a complete insight to the sneaker reselling world, how people can make their money off sneakers, how you can get started, and most importantly, how you can scale this business, sneaker reselling. Sneaker reselling is a business that has lots of ups and downs. However, the sneaker reselling market is very lucrative business, if done correctly. So how can you start sneaker reselling? Well, let's get into the video. When starting off reselling, you will start off buying for retail and selling for a profit. Why do I say this? Well, this is the safest method, this is the most profitable method, and also is possibly the easiest method of them all. So buying for retail, such as buying from Nike on release day and then selling after the release date for a resale price. The reason why sneakers resell is because the demand outweighs the supply. So on a drop, there might be 30,000 people going for this one sneaker, and let's say there's only 5,000 pairs of stock. Well, only 5,000 people are going to win that sneaker, but there's still 30,000 people who want that sneaker. This means people are willing to pay a higher price for these shoes, and this is where we step in and make our money. Firstly, what sneakers do sell, and can you expect releases every single week? Sneakers that tend to resell, your basic ones are your Jordan 1s, your Dunk Lows, your Jordan 4s, and most importantly, the hype collabs such as Travis Scott Jordans, Off-White collabs, and so on. That's not me saying that every single Dunk Low that releases or every single Jordan 1 releases is going to be profit. So how do you know which is going to be profit? Well, that's going to be a very, very important factor that will be mentioned in the middle of this video. But before we do get into that, what are the methods of sneaker reselling? Well, firstly, as I mentioned before, buying for retail and selling for a resale for a profit is going to be your easiest when you're a beginner. However, there are different markets of reselling. You can go into client-based reselling, which is buying for resale and selling for a higher price. You can go into brick flipping. This is lower profit margin shoes. However, these are more accessible to get. So yes, you only may make £5 to £30 on this pair of brick flips. And of course, you can go down the botting side of things, which kind of links with retail. So you understand why sneakers resell. You understand if the demand outweighs the supply, there's going to be a resale value. You do your research, you watch my weekly calendars, you see this shoe is going to be releasing in 1 week's time, and you know it will resell for a profit. What do you do now? Because on the release day, these will sell out instantly. So the way these sneakers will release in the UK especially, majority of places will do something called raffles. Now, this isn't a raffle where you have to pay for and you lose money if you lose. This is a raffle where you enter your information, and on the release date, you'll be notified whether you win or whether you lose. Now, if you win, they will take your money out. This will be the retail price of the sneaker, such as a Jordan 1 would be £140. And if you lose, you don't lose anything, so it's risk-free. Some of these raffles will pre-pend your money, and what does that mean? Well, essentially, they'll put £140 on hold, and if you lose, you'll get that refunded within the next coming days, and if you win, it will then be fully taken out of your bank account. So either way, if you lose, you're not losing anything. And then on the release day, the Nike or the Sneakers app, these are both owned by Nike, and this is where they push their hype stock, such as your profitable Jordan 4s, your profitable Dunks, your profitable Jordan 1s. They will do a draw at 8 AM. Now, if it's the Nike app, this is usually your lower profit margin shoes. This is things like Dunks, Jordan 1 mids, Jordan 1 lows, and so on. This will be a 2/3 minute draw where you enter your accounts at 8 AM, and with around 5 pass or 10 pass, you'll be notified whether you win or whether you lose. Now, for the bigger releases such as Travis Scott's, Off-White's, Jordan 4s, this will be hosted on the Sneakers app. Now, this is a 15-minute draw where you have 15 minutes to enter all of your accounts. So you have your raffles beforehand. These are places like Size Launches, Foot Patrol, Offspring might do a raffle, JD might do a raffle. There are many different retailers that will do raffles before the release, and then on the release day, you will also have Sneakers, which is the main place that gets these sneakers, and they will release them either on the Nike app or the Sneakers app. So it's the release day, it's 8 AM, you open up your phone, you enter your one account, and you get the results of usually a big fat L. And this is where sneaker reselling becomes fun. Think of it this way. The average person will be entering one account. How are you going to cop 5, 10, 15, 20 pairs when the average person can't even cop one? You need to enter multiple accounts. Oh, that's easy. I could just use my same details, enter it 20 times, and I get loads. Wrong. Every different retailer site will have different filters. What is a retailer site? This is your places like Nike, Sneakers, Foot Patrol Size. Every single place that gets that sneaker for retail has different filters. Now, what are filters? Well, let's put it this way. If you enter 20 accounts all on the same information, all on the same phone, this is because your accounts will get filtered, which means they won't even be valid for the raffle. They might enter the raffle, but they just will never be drawn. So different sites have different filters. Some sites you can only enter one per address. It will let you enter more per address, but you simply won't win. Some sites you have to enter off different phones. Some sites you have to enter off different IP addresses, such as different phones, different devices, different mobile data, off proxies if you're botting, and other sites have many different filters that they will never ever tell you. And this is where it gets fun. Once you learn these filters for these sites, you then know the filters, you then know how you can work around these filters, that's where you start cooking. If you have 5 addresses and you have 5 different devices you can use, there is 5 valid entries into that raffle. And remember, the average person is entering 1 account, you're now getting 5 valid entries into this raffle, which is not only going to heavily increase your chances of getting the sneaker, it can also open up the possibilities of getting multiple. You see how it's coming all together now? Now, do you remember I mentioned that really important part in this video? Well, it's about to come next. Where can you learn these different filters for these different sites, or how can you expand your setup, or how you can actually secure multiple pairs? If you're in the sneaker game or new to the sneaker game, you might have heard this phrase called a cook group. Now, a cook group is a group that supplies you all the information about sneakers. Whether this is all the profitable releases they will notify you about, giving you information of every single different raffle retailer that gets this sneaker, notifies you for all the random restocks so you never miss a drop, gives you all the support you need. So the questions you go around Googling for half an hour, you can ask in a cook group and get your reply pretty much instantly. This is what a cook group is going to do. Now, you probably hear everyone say this, but a cook group is an essential for a sneaker reseller. Any successful sneaker reseller botter is in a cook group. Now, cook groups will cost a price for good ones, and on average, they're around the £30 a month mark. But as I said, this £30 a month will expand your reselling knowledge 10 times faster than if you would by yourself. Not only that, it will also 10 times your profits. If you don't have a cook group, I guarantee you'll be missing a lot of different profitable restocks, raffles, and releases. Not only that, the cook group is going to teach you the different filters, it's going to teach you how you can start buying shoes and reselling them, and be there every step of the way. £30 a month might sound like a lot at the start, but trust me, it is an essential for sneakers. There are many different cook groups out there, some better than others. I do personally run my own successful cook group, and I think my feedback and success from my members speaks for itself. All the features we mentioned before, plus more like stock numbers, one-on-one calls, botting guides, everything you need is all within my group. And you know how I mentioned £30 a month does sound quite steep? Well, just for this video, I'll drop you 40% off your first month if you use code RESELLER. And this will be top link down in the description below if you guys want to check it out. The link below for KaiKicks Apprentice group, which is my cook group, will lead you to the website where it gives you a list of all the features that we provide within KaiKicks Apprentice. And as I said, the success speaks for itself of our members. However, this is a special video, so code RESELLER for 40% off your first month. So, a word or a phrase that you'll hear a lot in the sneaker reselling game is sneaker botting. Now, the sneaker botting game has changed a lot over the years, and if you are a UK sneaker botter, I'm pretty sure everyone can agree here that raffle botting is now the way to go. Raffle botting is, as mentioned, it enters raffles for you. There is another type of botting which is called first come first serve botting, and this is when a site will literally just put the product on the website. First come, first serve. However, being in the UK, a lot of retailers have now transferred from first come first serve over to raffles, and not leaving many first come first serve left. So raffle botting, for the best success and the time you put in, is definitely more viable. Now, I want to make this one point very straight with raffle botting. Raffle botting is not clicking one button with a sneakers bot and getting 10 pairs. Let me put this into perspective. You have 5 accounts. You want to enter these 5 accounts onto different raffles. So you enter these 5 different accounts on your different IP addresses, different phones, different addresses, everything. Or if you entered them 5 accounts into your raffle bot who entered them for you, guess what? Your win rates will be the exact same, guys. A raffle bot does not make your one entry even better or better quality. A raffle bot will simply use what you put into the bot. So why can raffle bot be really lucrative? Well, if you have 20 addresses, so you got a possibility of 20 accounts and some raffles here, and let's be honest, you don't want to buy 20 different phones off mobile data to enter them. This is where a raffle bot will come in, because it can use proxies which will allow you to enter on different IP addresses instead of using every individual phone, and boom, the raffle bot will enter then for you. So a raffle bot is only as good as what you put in. So as I always say, get an understanding of the reselling market, get a good manual setup without using a bot first, make some profit, and then reinvest your profits into sneaker botting. As I mentioned before, a good cook group like mine will support you every step of the way with your sneaker botting journey. And also, raffle botting costs money. You're looking at between £100 and £200 alone just for the raffle bot, and that does not take into consideration of the proxy costs, the running costs, and so on. I would only really start raffle botting if you've got a good understanding of the market and you also have some money to play with, for example, over £2,000. Because let's be honest, you raffle bot to hit multiple pairs. Jordan 4s, they retail for 180 pairs, you want to hit 10 pairs, well, there's £1,800 gone, and that's one release. Right, that is a lot of information that I've just said all in one video. But guess what? There's more. But let's do a quick recap before we carry on. So you do your research, you know what sneakers are upcoming, you're in a good cook group, you're getting all the support you need, you find out what profitable sneakers are coming up, you then enter as many different raffles as you can, making sure you avoid all the different filters that they use so all of your accounts are valid. This will optimize your chances of winning these raffles, and on the release day, you'll start getting your wins. You get your wins, you sell them, you resell them for a profit, and you keep repeating this, and then you can always reinvest your profits to look into sneaker botting, brick flipping, and so on. So how can you scale it? Well, as I mentioned there, botting is a route you can go down. This will allow you to potentially hit clips like 5, 10, 20 pairs. You can start building a brand for yourself, which means you can charge charge the higher prices for your sneaker, which could then also lead you to buying for resale and selling for a premium price and taking a nice profit per sneaker. And that way you're not even relying on sneaker drops. And as mentioned before, you get into brick flipping. Yes, you only may make £5 to £30 every single shoe you sell. However, if you buy 100 pairs, £5 profit, that's £500 profit. Done. And that's why I love reselling. There is no limits to sneaker reselling. There's no one stopping you saying you can only hit 3 pairs. For example, I've hit 30 pairs, 50 pairs, 70 pairs, and I've even hit 100 pairs on one sneaker release. There is no limits, and that's why I love it. If you want to start or develop your sneaker reselling journey, top link down in the description below to join KaiKicks Apprentice group, where we teach you everything you need to know. And remember, this code is only for this video, code RESELLER for 40% off your first month. Good luck in all your releases. If this video has helped you in that slightest way possible, please do consider that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.